I mean, the game is okay. Mm, come on, dude. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. And that is interesting. So, a hallucinating man allegedly fires on his own home, calls 911, and the police discover that he's in the US illegally. Wow. I guess this man didn't want to be here anymore. I've been kind of reading up against this. So apparently someone got sent war plans to bomb Yemen, which that is interesting if true. I wonder how such an oversight like that happened. I wonder how something like that can happen. Yeah, what the point was that? Hmm. Hold on. What? Hold on. What? Hold on. The fire captain. Hold on. When did that happen? When did that happen? According to this story, that fire chief in California was slain. What? When did that happen? Hmm. All right. So this is a different. So I guess this is a different one. Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit no more. Mm.
emails classified?
You're talking about a deceitful and highly discredited so-called journalist who's made a profession of peddling hoaxes time and time again, to include the hoaxes of Russia, 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 or the fine people on both sides hoax, or suckers and losers hoax. So this is a guy that peddles in garbage. This is what he does. I would love to comment on the Houthi campaign because of the skill and courage of our troops. I've monitored it very closely from the beginning. And you see, we've been managing 4 years of deferred maintenance under the Trump administration. Our troops, our sailors were getting shot at as targets. Our ships couldn't sail through. And when they did shoot back, it was purely defensively or at shacks in Yemen. President Trump said, no more. We will.
Jim Cramer. Man, that's funny. Hmm. I mean, that kind of is. I mean, you're literally bombing infrastructure. I mean, why would that not be considered terrorism? You're literally bombing infrastructure on American soil. I mean, it's crazy to think that that's exactly where we are here in the United States. But hey, what's up, Alfred? Yeah, I mean, it's definitely slow tonight. So mm, I do think that we potentially could see a move down from here, but I don't think that the Bulls are going to let this. I don't think they're going to give this up. I think there's going to be a lot of back and forth, exactly kind of what we saw today. The market actually filled that gap that was left on March 9th. I realized that towards the end of the day that it filled that gap. So it makes sense why we're seeing a move down, but I mean, I think we see a move down. But you're saying you're looking for a bounce. If we bounce, or where are you looking for a bounce, and where do you see the market going? Okay, so a bunch of this is asking for people to get follows and stuff in the buy zone. Yeah, I'm actually looking for the market to actually break through this. The reason why I say that I'm looking for a break is because of this. I mean, we got to move down. I mean, we're literally getting a move down from that gap fill. So I mean, if y'all remember, is some if y'all guys remember, remember we had a gap open, and then we thought the market was going to fill that gap, and it never filled that gap, and it just crashed. And that was the day where the market actually fell 5%, like the full move. I mean, it fell 4% that day, and then it finished the move the next day. But that gap fill, I wonder if they're going to particularly show it. It's on March 9th. Yeah, you probably not gonna be able to see it on let's go do the hourly chart. Okay. So this is March. Okay. So this was that gap open right here on March 9th. We just uh, mm, mm. It's interesting. I can't see it on this minute chart, but I see it on my tick chart. I might just show it to y'all guys on the tick chart. Okay, so March 9th. All right, so here's the gap right here. I was like, dude, I know this thing ain't trying to make me. It's like, where the hell is that gap? Yeah, this is the gap that we just filled today. Or actually, we didn't actually fill it all the way. We didn't actually fill it all the way, huh? Because we didn't actually reach. Well, I think we got to 409. The bottom of this candle right here is at 414. Yeah, so it's 413. I think we got to what, 409 today? Yeah, I think the high was up 409. So I guess it didn't hasn't completely filled that gap, but we traded into it and we left 4 points on the table. And then from that 4 points, we saw a rejection from that area. So we've finally filled that gap. I don't know what that's going to mean for the market though, because usually when we see the market trade in one direction without no significant movement or no price action, that usually tells me that the market was just trying to get somewhere so I can do a specific thing. And based on what has already happened, we had that move up to fill that gap. So I think the market is probably content with that, and we can probably see a move down. But I'm not saying that we don't see a move here, but the way that the structure is looking, it doesn't look like it. At least the structure suggests to me that we should expect a continuation to the downside. Then we can see the session high and we get a bounce here. Yeah, we could. And you're talking about yesterday's session, correct? Not today's. I was kind of upset yesterday because I meant to actually put a sell limit order here at 405 yesterday, but the Nasdaq annoyed me to the point to where I got my money back. I like how she hit my target all after the fact. She hit my target, and I was actually looking to short it again at 405. But like I said, after I came back from the gym, I went long. I was able to get my money back, and I was able to get $800 and end the day at $800, which I mean I should be happy about because I lost a lot of money yesterday, and I was able to get it all back and be up at 800. So I'm not complaining about that. But I didn't think we was going to get to 405 at the end of the day, so I didn't place the limit. But moving forward, I'm going to probably start putting limits down and just letting them play out if I'm not going to monitor them. Mm. Mm. That's interesting. Mm. That is very interesting because even though this is supposed to be satire, this is literally true. Literally true. Defend criminals and victimize the innocent. It's literally true. Mm. Yeah. So okay. Actually, that's probably not what I wanted to do. So I've seen this post with Top Step, and that they're actually coming out with a dashboard that's going to make your payouts instant, your account creation instant, giving you more control, yada yada blah blah blah. We'll see what happens. I do feel that I should be taking money away from Top Step. I do feel that way. But they just got to add more value because shit. Well, I mean, they do have two phases, so never mind. That is like a two-phase account. Never mind. Because I was gonna say that with Blue Sky, I mean, yeah, it's a 20K. I guess I'm so used to 20K accounts now, like that doesn't even bother me. Like 20K accounts are normal to me. And so I had to catch myself thinking, like, yeah, I got a 20K account and it's like $100. Apex, a 300K account, well, 20K account, that was $18. I mean, you can't beat value like that. And I think I'm gonna focus more on I think I'm gonna focus more on Apex. Because now that I can't trade MFF anymore, I can't trade any of their evals anymore. I think take not take profit. Apex is probably like the best value for the buck. Take profit. Man, I'll just be giving them money, man, and I know I will. So okay, so this is what I'm gonna do, man. When it, because I'm pretty sure. I mean, I just have to come with a strategy with take profit trader. I'm kind of already trading the way that they want you to trade in the eval stage. I already have that style of trading already. It just when it gets to the trailing drawdown phase, man, that's going to be tough. $2,500 of trailing drawdown is not, man, that's not, man. And Alfred, you buy the 150Ks, right? You don't buy the 50K accounts at all. So bullish trending. Bullish trend. So today so today, I mean, I haven't seen this in a long time, but the Nasdaq literally only traded in one direction today. The Nasdaq literally only traded in one direction. So I had to be kind of creative with I'm taking in this data. Like from the opening move until this high right here, that was a 330 point move to the upside. This was a 72 point sell off. A bounce from this area was a 101 point bounce. And then at the end of the day, we saw a 53 point rejection. But I mean, if I'm going to be completely clear, I mean, we really didn't even have any move to the downside at all. That's why I'm thinking that tomorrow I'm going to prepare myself for a red day tomorrow. I'm not going to say that's my bias because every time I have a bias, I usually and a 53-point rejection. Yeah, so usually when I have a bias, I usually blind myself from what's really going on. So I'm not going to have a bias. I'm going to come back. I'm going to see what happens overnight. But I do think that we probably will see a significant move back down because not only did we feel, well, I mean, we left 4 points on the table. Actually, let me look at MNQ because that's on the Nasdaq. Yeah, okay, so I have it on the MNQ as well. We got a partial fill, only leaving 4 points on the table to the upside. Not only did we have a gap open right here, not only did we have a gap open, we had the market trade all the way up, partially fill that gap, only leaving 4 points on the table. And from here, we're seeing a rejection and we're seeing bearishness. Now, obviously, the market is going to be, or is going to want to fill that gap. It's going to want to fill that gap. Are we going to see that gap fill tomorrow? The next day? I mean, when are we going to fill that gap? And then when we do fill this gap, do we see a continuation from this area? Do we see the market or the bears trying to make an attempt to take out this low? Now, I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, we had enough buyers here for them, not only for the market to gap up. So we had enough buyers here or right here that not only did we get a gap up right here, we got basically what's damn near a 400-point move. 450 maybe, 430. Let's actually do the math real quick. So 2,409 minus 19,971. So we had a 438-point move to the upside. So, I mean, if we do see price come back and revisit this area right here, I do expect for us to see a little bounce. Maybe not a full-fledged recovery, but a bounce. Maybe retesting this high right here at 105. Maybe. We'll see. But I mean, we continuously see this type of price action and it continuously does the same thing. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, so let me put this data in real quick. All right, so March 24th. One, two. So March 24th, March 25. 6. March 27, 25. Oh shit. Oh man. Oh man. So today was definitely a trend day. Okay. I ain't trying to hear none of that. All right. Okay. All right. So that's it. Okay. Hey, so Alfred, where are you in at? Are you in at where are you in at? Maybe. Mm. Yeah, the internet's kind of. Gain weight. You know you're gonna short it too. Gain weight. You know you're gonna short it. You just watching? Mm. Don't let gain weight fool you. Gain weight's in this short too. He saw that the March 9th gap was filled, and he went short. How you doing tonight, gain weight? So what are your thoughts on the market tonight? Alfred's long. I have a short bias. What are you thinking? And anybody, feel free to put in the chat. You know your thoughts of what the market's going to do tonight, or what we can possibly see going into tomorrow's session. That's right. Give me free money without any work. That is exactly right. Mm. Yeah, you know what, Alfred? I'm actually going to start doing that. So I've been kind of making rules and kind of not following them, and that's going to change. Kind of like what I said last week. Ever since I got to the live account, so I mean, ever since I got like the 30 green days, and if my calendar was still available, maybe it's no, actually no, they closed everything. They absolutely closed everything on I don't even have that. Oh, here it is right here. Actually, let me show y'all my calendar on my funded futures. Or no, my calendar. Yeah, okay, yeah, my calendar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this is like my calendar. I mean, when I got closer to the end, I kind of was trying to brute force that shit, but like I just had so many green days in this account. And the crazy thing is, I started this account, I almost blew this account, which is almost absolutely crazy that it was this account that actually made it to live status because I almost blew it. And then for whatever reason, I just said, fuck it. Like I'm gonna start trading quote unquote professionally. And then I just had all these green days and yeah, I was able to make it to a live account. I mean, after I completed this milestone, honestly, I feel like I no longer need the rush. And I think that was probably my biggest problem. Feeling like I need to rush, feeling like I need to get somewhere. Like when I said that I just felt compelled to come in and finish this account, and I would be like as soon as 5 o'clock open, actually I would be in front of my desk at 4:58, 2 minutes, 5 minutes before the market opened, kind of planning out where I'm going to try to over leverage and brute force the amount of money that I need to pass the account. I no longer have that compulsion. And I think that's going to probably be the start of me actually just I mean, I'm already kind of doing it. I've already reduced a lot of my size to just one contract and scaling in and actually building a position, actually waiting for the setup. I want that to continue. I would kind of hate to kind of go back into the habit of over leveraging. I think today kind of really showcased that. I mean, having a lot of reduced risk kind of saved this account because I mean, I think what how much I lost? I think I lost about 2 or 3K, and I was able to withstand a lot of this drawdown until the market actually started acting right, and I was able to get my money back. I wouldn't have been able to do that if well, actually maybe I'll take that back because I don't necessarily need to go for bigger targets if I'm trading with 5 mini contracts like I'm kind of used to. A lot of my targets would have got hit along the way. But I kind of want to move away from that too because I don't feel fulfilled when I trade like that. So that's why I'm kind of going back to this building an account strategy because what I've come to find, and hopefully somebody can use this for themselves, is that when I'm trading with 5 mini contracts, I don't have to be right. I don't have to be patient. Or let me rephrase that. I don't have to be right in the direction. All I have to do is be right in the momentum of the market. So if the market is trending, if the market is in a downward trend, I don't necessarily have to trade with that trend. I can catch a quick bounce, make 2K, and then to have the market continue the trend. And I'm just looking for bounces and I'm not looking at the structure or anything. I'm just looking for moments of momentum and just to get my targets filled because they're all kind of in a small little range. I think with my previous contracts or with my previous strategy, my highest target was like at 50, I think. I'm not mistaken, like 50. Like my first target was at 18, 27, 36, or 45, and then like 50 or something like that. And I would just try to let my last contract run as much as possible. But that I just come to realize that was teaching me to just trade momentum and oversize and just trade my P&L versus paying attention to the market structure. I feel like with this way of trading, it kind of forces me to be patient because obviously, if I want my targets to hit, I have to get into the best area possible. I have to be patient and I have to pay attention to the market structure. So, and quote unquote, I guess it makes me feel like I've earned the money because it's only 1 to 2 contracts at max. I think with this strategy, I'm only going to have three contract position size, or at least that's what I'm going to try. Obviously, a push come to shove, if I have to scale in with the fourth or fifth one, damn it, I'm going to do it. But I kind of only want to trade 2 contracts, probably a third contract if I have to scale into it. And have all those be long targets and not a short target. I don't want to trade no more short targets anymore because, I mean, yeah, if I'm on the right side of the market and my target gets hit, then yeah, I made the money. But if I'm wrong, I don't like how my losses are bigger than my winners because obviously if I get stopped out, the market is taking all of my contracts off at that level versus I'm only taking profits along the way. And I'm trading with 5 mini contracts, but I'm not taking off all 5 of those minis at one level. So the risk to reward in that is not in my favor. But kind of like what Alfred said, if the market does, because I mean this area right here, this range has been acting as bullish liquidity all day today. If y'all guys were with me this morning, we talked about this range being in an area where the market has just been dipping back into all day. And you can see that how price is basically rotating back and forth between this range. You can see it. They got that big move and then price coming right back down into this range. So this range is definitely significant. So, I mean, if the bulls can hold this, if they can hold this and they take out these highs right here, and I guess we can see a squeeze. Obviously, we do have a trend line coming down. So we can't ignore that. So obviously the market is going to have to trade to the right. Kind of like the same situation that the market had to do earlier this morning before we was able to get this drop to the downside because the market had to trade to the right just to get that drop. And this will be the same situation because even if the bulls manage to get a pump here, and we still got this trend line that obviously the bears are going to sell at. So the bears are going to have to get closer to the right. You'll see that pop, that retest, and then that move up. But we'll see if we actually get that. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have to wait until London open before we get any significant movement unless we get some political news before then, which I doubt. But we'll see. Oof. But if we do see something like this, I mean, if we do see the market actually break down, break below 325, if you see a break and we see a hold or something like that. So I see like a break, a push, this, that, and the bears kind of hold this area right here, somewhere in this area. And then that's what I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to be looking for that pattern to short if we can get a hold there because it's going to line up perfectly and it will. It's going to probably line up perfectly with that trend. It's going to probably do something like that. I mean, gain weight, don't you know? I mean, shit, you already seen uh, the secret account. You already seen the secret account that manipulates the market.
Mm.
Yeah, that's probably what they're gonna probably do. And you always gotta keep that secret account in mind, gain weight. I mean, shit, don't make me go heavy on it. Don't make me go heavy. Mm. Yeah, I definitely gonna have to see how the market kind of reacts tomorrow overnight because this is gonna be challenging tomorrow, I think. I think tomorrow is gonna be challenging. It's gonna be challenging, especially if you don't get into a good spot tomorrow. Looks like they pulled that liquidity up there at 425. Hmm. Oh yeah, Ganway, you never said so are you still got a bullish bias or are you looking to short this thing or are you already short or in short? I think you're already in short, Ganway. Some telling me you're already in short. Now you're not in short. Hmm. Gain weight. I don't think that's a pause moment. I don't think saying in too deep is a pause moment. I don't think anybody. I don't think that's wild to say at all. That's definitely not a pause moment. Mm. Man, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. I did not just say that. I like seeing the growth in my account. Alfred, you can't pull that one back up. I clearly said that. You can pull the tapes back up and hear me say that. I like to see the growth in my account. The growth. I clearly said that. I mean, I should have took this one, but I'm gonna start. Like I said, I'm following my rules. Overnight, I'm just gonna trade the sim, and in the morning, I'll trade the accounts when the price action is. Because like Alfred said, I don't want to be up all night waiting for something to hit, or I go to sleep and worrying if something hits. Yes, just stop trying to torture myself like that. Hmm. All right. So, I mean, so far, I mean, this position has taken little to no drawdown. Little to no drawdown on this. I knew I should have probably just taken this damn thing, but I knew I should have took it. I knew I should have took it, but I'm gonna follow my rules here. Yeah, Alfred did say something about Smith's secret sauce. That was completely wild. Completely. I forgot about that. Forgot about that. Completely wild. He stole Smith's secret sauce. Completely wild. We had to actually, I mean, that was so wild. We had to take that one out of the books and just pretend it was never said. Mm. What? Rudke, you thought I said that? No, I did not say that. That's cute. No, I don't be having no pause moments. I have absolutely none. Hmm. I have no clue why that happened. All right, man. Okay. What my target is, but it probably won't hit that target. It'll probably my stop will probably my stop will probably come down and probably get taken out before. Uh, I mean, I think this range breaks. I think this range breaks. I think 325 breaks, and if 325 breaks and hold, I mean, I think we see a big move down tomorrow. I really think that we see a really, well, not a big move down, but a big move down. We probably might see 300. We'll probably see a bounce at 300, and we can probably see it go all the way back up, back into this range. And then 345 will definitely be the area where we'll probably see supply or support turn into supply. And then 350, 345 ish will probably be the area where the market rejects if we don't see a rejection here, 325. I mean, that's my play by play, at least so far. But I mean, if they keep pushing this thing to the right here, I mean, if they keep pushing it to the right and we break out, then my thesis will change for sure. But I mean, right now, I think we're bearish. 295, 270, because 295, 270. I mean, you got a block of liquidity right here. It's like right here, you got this block of liquidity. And so I think that we'll probably see 300, 295, probably a bounce right there, 270, whatever. Probably see price come into this range. Probably see a move up. If the bulls can reclaim 345, we'll definitely see a continuation for sure. Definitely see that continuation for sure. But if we break below 245, then I think we'll probably see 195 ish. Probably somewhere back down into this range. Or if I mean, shit, if we're going to get back down into this range, they might as well fill the gap. But then that gap is all the way down here. So, I mean, it's not like the Nasdaq can't make a 500-point move to the downside in one day. I mean, it's done it. But mm, mm. Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, you know what? Actually, let's do the math on it because I forgot where actually. Hold on, let's do the math on that. Let's do the math on that because we reached all the way. We reached all the way up here at 409. Hmm. Hmm. They don't even have the March contract no more on TradingView. So now I got to do the whole continuous contract thing. Yeah, I mean, dude, that looks so super bearish, man. That looks bearish as hell. Okay. All right, so we got that move down. And then from there, I think it was like what? Like you said on the hours chart, there's 5 candles in a row with no overlap. And that's obviously from yesterday's session. All right, so you said there's no 5 candles with no overlap. One, two, three, four, five. What does that usually mean? Oh, well, okay, yeah. Okay. Futures don't like gaps. And price action, they'll come back and fill those gaps. I mean, if you're looking at the hour chart, I mean that kind of solidifies that we're going down tomorrow to me. And then we'll probably see a bounce at 295, 290, 270-ish. And if not, then we can probably see a move down here, right here. We're actually, and that's interesting, right here at this block. 290, 195, 170. 215, 195. There's a block of price action right here. Well, I wouldn't say it's guaranteed, but I would always have to reference the context of the market. Always. Always reference the context of the market. Because if the market made those overlaps and it hit major supply, then it's going to run through those levels. One thing that you have to kind of watch out for with the Nasdaq is that what she likes to do is let's just say that this is supply and this is support. What she likes to do sometimes is she'll come down from supply, and then you think that she'll go down here to support, and then for no reason she'll come right back up into supply and rebalance this area, and then she'll come down, and then you're thinking like, oh man, this is coming into supply, I'm gonna buy, or this is coming into support, I'm gonna buy here, and then she runs through it because she already rebalanced this area. And I've noticed that once I see the market rebalance an area of support or a supply without actually tapping support, that they're going to run support and vice versa. And that's usually what I see, especially on those days where the market just goes in one direction. Boy, I hate those days. Mm. Mm. It looks like already got a buy limit down here. I wonder why. Oh yeah, I probably had this buy limit all. Yeah, okay, yeah, I forgot. And this was that buy limit from Sunday's open. Got that nice push up from Sunday's open, and it just kept on going. Oof, let's see. I mean, technically, it's still in support. I mean, this whole range right now is acting as support. It's been acting as support since yesterday's session, and you can see it right here. So, I mean, price technically has not left support at all. I mean, it's still in this range. It hasn't left it. Now, if we see a break from this range, then that'll be a different story. No problem. Let me see. Let me see if I can kind of find an example of what I'm talking about. The Nasdaq does it. You just gotta find it and pay attention to it. You know, honestly, this is kind of an example right here. Kind of. Kind of. You got your area of support that's been established right here. You see the move down, the move back up. It rebalanced this area up here. So there's no reason for the market to even come back up here because they fell short, came back up, and then they rebalanced this without even touching this area of support right here. And then when it came back down, the bulls thought that, okay, let's get back in and buy. And then we got that big flush going to the downside. And that's the type of stuff that you're going to have to watch out for. If the NASDAQ kind of misses that area of support and then it comes back up and rebalances that area, then you shouldn't even go long down here at support. Now, I mean, obviously in this situation, you got like a nice little pop, but for the most part, if it rebalances an area, it's going to run through it. Oof. Yeah, I remember fighting this. I remember fighting this day. I remember fighting this, going all the way up and then finally flipping long. I mean, sometimes on days like this, I kind of hate days like these, but hmm, hmm. Hmm. Okay, when it says that looks like sellers buy stops getting too close to me and us. Hey, yo, what's up, Dennis? I think Tesla earnings is in April, and you should be able to see it in TradingView, or you should be able to see it, I think, in Yahoo Finance, if I'm not mistaken. I kind of hate the fact that I missed that Tesla pump. I hate that shit. We was watching out for that. Yeah, Yahoo Finance should be able to tell you when the next one is. Uh, yeah, it's in April, April 23rd, 2025. Yeah, no problem. Okay. All right, guys. That's it for me tonight. I mean, the market's not necessarily doing anything, and I definitely will go to bed after this. Definitely tired. But all right, that's it for me. We'll definitely come back tomorrow, and we'll look for more ways to earn money. And with that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good night.